So I'm sitting here thinking, I'm thinking about the importance of forgiveness, even within oneself. I think that oftentimes we overlook and neglect our own spiritual needs, our own true belief systems, and we get so caught up in what everybody else wants, everyone else's expectation of how we should be living our lives. And then people get so stuck in wanting to be keeping up with the Joneses. That life isn't real, so you know, life, it's funny how it is, people in the entertainment industry versus people who watch entertainment. You know, the people who sit home and watch think that the entertainers have it just all made and that their life is fucking grand, phenomenal. And it's nothing of what it appears. And then from the other side, a lot of the entertainers would say, damn, I wish I could just go out like them and just be able to be in public and then know who likes me for me and my spirit, my soul, not for what I bring to the table because they can bite off my work, but because they actually have a spiritual connection, like a friend, like a good friend. So, being someone who's come from the entertainment industry myself, knowing people that I do, and just seeing kind of both sides, it makes me just really thankful that I have an opportunity to see, as kind of a fringe person per se, both sides. And then, you know, that had me thinking about forgiveness and how oftentimes we'll hold on to grudges, we'll hold on to memories, we'll hold on to an anger within our own self towards somebody or something, and you begin to fixate on it. And what happens when you start to mentally think about something all the time, and with the way aggregatory thought works, like, pushing forth group thoughts and so forth, if you're putting out negative energy, not only are you cursing your own self, you're pushing that out there into the universe as well. We don't want to do that. We want to reverse that, so it's like, okay, what do we do? So part of that, I think, is soul work. It's part of forgiveness, repentance. And for me, I'm finding that as someone who grew up abused a lot, in a lot of ways, my whole life, in a lot of ways, I held on to resentment at things that I didn't understand. Um, and then I started thinking about it from the other perspective, and I have to realize that people make the best decisions they could make at that time with the limited information they have based on their environment, the stuff they grew up around, so their own limited knowledge. So I have to keep that in mind when people do things that anger me or hurt my feelings, or they'll say things. I got to think about, where is this coming from? Which also brings me to another part of how often people take things, so personal, and they beat themselves up when really none of us are perfect. It's okay to make mistakes. Just like with life and growth, it's just what we do, we're supposed to do. And I think part of the forgiveness, like, that I'm going through with learning how to forgive other people, things that have happened, is just, looking at it, not thinking that the people that did these things were evil and hated me and had it out to get me and wanted to do this terrible stuff. No, they had their own things going on. They projected what was going on in their world onto me as a child. So I have to keep that in mind, that maturity doesn't always come automatic just because you're a certain age. You could be 30, 40, 50 and be extremely immature. You could be 5, 6, 7, 8 and, be extremely intelligent. Like when I first came into this world, I swear, I thought I had so many plans of things I was going to do, and then as time goes on, we kind of forget that. We forget our own inner child and the things we wanted to do and things that hold value to us. And we shouldn't do that. Don't lose yourself. Be kind to others. Remember that the stuff you're looking at out there is a reflection of yourself. You know, a lot of this is being projected back at us because it's cause and effect. You know, karma, whatever you want to call it. You've put the energy out there in the thought, which has created you to speak forth words, which has caused you to do actions towards others or in life, which then has a ripple effect. And all of that comes back around. So right now, with us living through these revelations, and when people say to me, Jody, how are you able to predict so many things with such accuracy? It's called growth and not living inside an insane cycle. Because as we know with insanity, it's doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. You know, just like it's always been the same divide and conquer technique among the universe. Change that. What can we do to work together? How do we heal? What do we do? How do we build together a better community, a better life, a better spiritual being? I mean, how do we get back there? Is it possible? What are you doing? What are you guys trying to do during these times to get by? You know, for me, I'm home a lot, and I love the opportunity to think a lot and get my spirit and my soul right, because really money comes and goes. My soul doesn't, you know. Anyway, I am just sharing some thoughts. I hope everyone's night is going well. Lots of love.